Hello guys, hello mga ka-Shopee sellers. I'm CJ Altanaga again, your accountant for today. Ngayon naman i-discuss ko is itong 2551Q fourth quarter. So meron pa rin tayong fourth quarter kay 2551Q. For those who opt to choose natin yung ating graduated tax rate for new and old sellers natin. So disclaimer, this is your guide only, not your actual filing. So this is for graduated tax rate and topic is for non-VAT registered person. So kung may 2551Q dito, kailangan nyo magpasa ng ating 2551Q. Ayan. Ito yung ating COR. So ito, kung may ganyan, need natin magpasa quarterly within the 25 days after the end of each taxable quarter. So, ano yung fourth quarter natin as an individual or as a Shopee seller or as a sole proprietor? So, ang fourth quarter natin is including ang ating October, November, December. So, kailan siya due? Due siya ngayong January 25. Pero pwede na kayo magpasa January 1 to January 25. So, wag lang lalagpas ng January 25. So, paano ba yung computation natin ng ating sa 2551Q? So, 2551Q, ilalagay lang natin ang ating gross sales dito. Then, automatic, magko-compute si tax rate based dito sa ating table dito. So, itong ATC or alphanumeric tax code, kung ano yung napapasa ilalim ka dun sa parang tax tax group yon. Parang ito yung mga tax group. Kung PT 010 ka, ibig sabihin person exempt from VAT ka. Kung PT 040 ka, domestic carriers yung yung business mo. So on and so forth. So hindi ko na isa-isahin, basahin nyo na lang kasi para hindi tayo mapahaba. So, ayan. So, ATC, usually, dito sa yung mga Shopee seller, dito tayo sa PT010. So, yan yung ilalagay natin dito. So, ito yung gross sales o yung taxable amount dyan. Tapos, ang tax rate is mag-automatic na 3% dyan. So, tax due automatic na rin na magko-compute sa ating EBIR forms. So, basically, ang kailangan natin sa ating 2551Q is ang ating gross sales. So, si gross sales is, ito yung definition niya, si gross sales daw ay isang total amount of money na equivalent dun sa nire-represent mo na contact price, compensation, or ating amount charged for the material supplies with the services. So, kung nagbebenta ka, yun yung pinaka-sales mo. Kumbaga magkano yung benta mo sa isang product. Yan. So, para malaman nyo kung ano pa yung pwedeng i-deduct sa ating gross sales, like discounts, kung pwede ba siyang i-deduct sa platform fees, pwede ba siyang i-deduct. So, dito, scan nyo na lang dyan. So, meron ako YouTube recording din yan. So, ano nga ba ang ating gross sales for ating old sellers? Because si old sellers is registered natin before October 1. So, old sellers, alam nyo na ito. So, product subtotal natin less yung sellers discounts and rebates less refunds from, ibig sabihin sa ating 3 months na. So, October 1 to December 31. So, sample, ang total sales natin na recorded in books is 18,000 nung October, nung November 17,000, December 33,000. So, ang total natin ng fourth quarter is 69,366. So, fourth quarter lang ang ating kukunin. Hindi na natin kukunin yung third quarter, second quarter, first quarter. So, for fourth quarter lang tayo na sales. So, gross sales for new sellers. So, ibig sabihin ng new sellers para sa akin is yung registered between October 1 to December 31. So, product subtotal less seller discounts or rebates less refunds from the registration date. Ayan, from registration date to December 31. So, sample natin, ang COR date natin is November 15. So, ang kukulin lang natin is November 15 to 30 na sales and the December 1 to 31 na sales. So, kung nag-register kayo ng December 25, which is impossible naman kasi walang BIR nun. So, kunyari, December 20, kayo nag-register. So, December 20 to 31 na ating sales ang pwede nating ilagay dito sa ating fourth quarter. So, fourth quarter na sales lang, hindi isinasama ang previous na sales. So, nag-summarize ako dati ng how to summarize ng sales natin in Shopee. Pwede siyang accrual, pwede siyang cash basis. So, ito, third quarter to pero halos ganun din naman ang summary natin ng sales natin ng fourth quarter. So hindi ako ulit nag-summarize kasi paulit-ulit na lang and alam niyo na. So yun, should we use accrual or cash basis? So based on Revenue Regulation 3-2024, it should be accrual. So, ayan. Note yung sample summary natin is for third quarter. Etong dalawang to for third quarter yung ginawa ko. Pero dapat ang kukunin nyo is yung pang fourth quarter. Okay? Baka malito kayo kung kung susundan nyo to. Sorry. So, ito yung EBR forms natin. So, ang package natin as of kanina, January 11, ko ginawa ito. So, ito pa din yung latest package natin na offline EBR forms package na V7.9.4.2. So, ano ang pipiliin natin for our 2551Q? 2551Q V2018. Remember, lagi may V2018 kasi ito yung latest version ng ating 2551Q. So, 2017 and below year, 2511Q lang. Walang V2018. Then, fill in nyo lang yung information dyan. Yan. Then, fill up. Kasi fill up yung nakalagay dito. Kaya nalito ako fill in, fill out. Sorry. So, ayan. Makikita nyo dyan na ang version is 2551Q V2018 para hindi kayo malito ay tama ba yung form na pinagpasahan ko. So, ayan. Ang gagawin lang natin is calendar, December, 2024 pa rin tayo. Kasi magbabago yan, magiging 2025 since nasa 2025 na tayo. Pero since 2024 ang ating return, dapat 2024 yan, okay? Then, fourth quarter, kasi nasa fourth quarter na tayo. So, ito, automatic yan, since yan yung nasa unahan kanina. Ayan, since ito, no naman yan. Pero kung may avail kayo na special tax, mag-guess kayo. Pero kung wala, wag na yan. So, graduated income tax rate. Kasi nga, this is for our graduated income tax rate. So, ito yung first page. Punta tayo sa second page. So, dito, ang pipiliin natin is yung PT010, which is the person exempt from VAT. Yun naman kasi ang ating mga Shopee sellers. Ayan, kaya for non-VAT dito. So, ito yung ating kanina, 69,366 yung total natin for the fourth quarter. So, ilalagay natin niya 69,366 dyan. So, automatic 3%. Then, automatic yung computation na ating tax due. So, fourth quarter sales only do not include the previous quarters. So, ayan. Ito na ulit tayo sa ating first page. So, tama naman na 2,080.98 yung kailangan natin bayaran for the fourth quarter na 2551Q. So, click mo yung validate to check the form is ready to submitted and no missing details from the form. So, edit natin to edit after the validation. Save to save the file. So, print the form to PDF or to paper. So, submit final copy to online, submit the form. So, kapag hindi mo pa ito nasa-submit final copy, as if hindi ka pa nakapag-file. So, laging i-click tong submit final copy. Pero, double check mo muna yung details ng form before kiklik natin yung final copy. Once submitted kasi, you cannot edit the file. So, pwede lang tayo mag-amend. Pero, hindi mo siya may edit. So, ito yung makaka-receive kayo ng tax receipts confirmation. Yan lang. So, pwede tayo magbayad sa Maya. Ayan. Minsan sa Maya, pwede tayong mag-over the counter kung may babayaran. Over the counter sa mga government banks, sa RDO, pwede rin ata yun doon. Pero usually, Maya ako. Pero may mga online din si bank, si EB's portal. So, ganyan. So, makaka-receive kayo, dapat 4 na to. So, hindi ko na pinalitan. So, dapat 4 na yan. Ayan. So, ayun lang, no? Reminder natin, file and pay 2551Q, fourth quarter on time, which is on or before atin, January 25, 2025. So, ayun, thank you. Thank you for listening and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everything. So, ayun. Kung nakatulong po ako sa inyo, please like, share, and subscribe. Please watch the ads kung meron man. Salamat po. YouTube channel at Plus L Travel. And yung ating annual, hintay lang po, medyo busy lang po kasi maraming inaasikaso. Dahil ako, ayan. Basta, mag-upload ako ng annual for our graduated 8% and our mixed income earners. So, for financial statement, mahirap kasi yon pero try kong yung pinakamadali. Yun lang, subscribe kayo para maka-update kayo sa ating uploads. Thank you. God bless.